It's your yummy update time. It's your yummy update time. ISM, manufacturing PMI, blowout number, friends, came out today. Absolutely blowout number. Expected 49 or 48. It came out 52.6. It actually does confirm now that what does this data mean? It means the manufacturers, right, of America, which correlates to the business cycle, which has in the past, unless everything just breaks again. The manufacturers have, for the first month in 38 months, for the first time, have expanded their orders. For the first time, they've actually bought more. They've gone expansion territory. Now, this is where everyone's in disbelief. They're saying, hey, now that you've expanded, is it because of price orders? Is it because of the tariffs and stuff? That's what everybody's saying. It sounds like disbelief. We're all in disbelief. That's the most important part. But I just want to remind you, I covered this for you in Juicy News, but this is extremely important. If you go back to June of 2020, okay, the data came out 52 as well. So if you remember, it came out 1st of June 2020. So you had just exited May, right? So you had March, April, May, everything's locked down, everything's destroyed, crypto's down 50%, everything's like wrecked, fully wrecked. And then the PMI comes out 52. People were looking at this number and they were saying, well, it's probably just the volatility from the supply chains because you don't know if the world's going to end soon. So you just grab stuff, and look what ends up happening. From June, friends, you run up in the next 10 months, you have a DeFi season and you have Dogecoin mania. Okay, so that's what ends up playing out in the future. I'll be covering more of that for you later on. I've got some yummy updates for you as well. What if we are ending the bear market, not starting it? Check the poll. After this brutal crypto crash, what are your thoughts on the crypto bear market? So, friends, the biggest response, we're now entering a bear market, 39%, okay? And then the other people, this cycle still peaks in 26, 27. I'm here for the long term. So that's people going like, oh, yeah, whatever, I don't know. But yeah, look at this, friends, it's wild. 39% versus 24. That's actually insane, right? That is actually insane. Everyone's now saying bear market confirmed. They've been saying that for a long time. The ISM data, because of this expansion territory as well, it's giving very high probability. Everything we saw with our own eyes, friends. We know there was a massive coordinated manipulation just to do this damage to crypto market. But how long is it going to go for? That's the next question. We don't know. You also got to see greatness, friends, of Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer says Bitcoin is going down to $73,000 for its support there. Okay, and it was interesting. After he made this post, Bitcoin rallied $3,000. So it went from 75, it went up to 78. When he goes, oh, we're going down to 73, then I guess there's going to be some support down there. So we watched it in real time. Yeah, we opened at 76. He says we're going up, we went down. Then we went down, he goes, we're going further down, then it went back up. This was literally amazing. He also started taunting Saylor. Look at this, Jim Cramer. Come sail away. Where is Saylor and his acolytes? Bitcoin needs to use 77,000 launching pad to get to 83 at least by February 7th. Does he have any dry powder? Where are all the usual gang of crypto supporters? Egg ads, Mr. He's coming out, friends. He's taunting Saylor. He goes, what are you going to do now? Come and pump your shitcoin. That's what he's pretty much saying, man. It's just wild to see it. Also, friends, so Ivan on Tech is calling for a huge altcoin crash. Soylana to $30. He also says, respect the dump. Pay respect to the dump and welcome it into your life. Okay, so
don't resist, guys. Don't resist. Instead, let's go Kumbaya together. 230. Now, will it happen? Will it not? Let's see, guys. Let's see. maybe not. But I just have it in my mind. I see that it's so clearly. I mean, some things, when you see a goal in life so clearly, it just makes it easier for you to achieve it. I don't know. Maybe it's a bit of woo-woo. It's kind of like, respect the pump, that you attract the pump in your life. But here it's instead attracting the dump. Okay, so I'm respecting the dump. Now, moving on, guys. Moving on.
So respecting the dump, he says, because remember, Ivan, he had a big meme video where he goes, respect pump. It's kind of sad. It breaks your heart a bit because in 2020, a lot of us, we met around the 2020 area. We were sharing the video of Ivan where he's going, respect the pump, believe, all this other stuff. And then we did get the cycle after that. And then now it's respect the dump. So, that's why I share that for you, because it's heartbreak just how things have changed like that. Now, instead of like, calling for everything to go up, it is, now once she's ordered, basically going to zero. Friends, this is wild. He's calling for Soylana to $30, which is down here. Oh, gosh. Friends, I'll tell you right now, friends, this is funny. Friends, why on earth would you buy a chart that did that. Okay, that did that. It couldn't even, when it got a unicorn 2024, it still couldn't break its all-time high. It still couldn't do that. It had the biggest narrative of all time. The whole world is talking about Soylana 24/7. He still couldn't break the all-time high. The president chose your chain for a meme coin in a meme coin super cycle. You still couldn't break your all-time high. Why would you come? That's why I don't think, and if it went down there, they're not going to buy it. They're going to say, oh, something's changed with the narrative. That's what happens, man. But, you know, it is when you're just looking at charts like this. Yeah, friends, this chart does look cooked like that. But, friends, I want to show you something as well. You know what else looked cooked? Let me show you XRP chart. Friends, XRP chart is so good to look at because I just want to show you. Look how cooked XRP looked as well. You see this? It looked like it was all over. Look, I was going to do this head and shoulders stuff. And also, look at Tron. Tron chart as well. Yes, Tron chart. Look at these, friends. Everyone, let me put it on the weekly for you. Look how bad this looked, dude. You think that was bad? Look at that. Everybody thought Tron's finished. You see? Look at this. Everybody thought, okay, here's your little heads and shoulders trash, and here's the bouncy ball. Everyone knows this pattern in crypto because it always goes down to zero, right? Look what ends up happening, though. Look what ends up happening, friends. Look at it. What? Excuse me? Wrong. You can't be more wrong, by the way. Justin Sun gets called the biggest scammer of all time, and it's still doing that chart. That's what it looks like for a lot of things out here, right? Here's some Michael Saylor stuff. Come liquidate me, bitches. Michael Chad Saylor. So Michael Chad Saylor wearing his Morpheus glasses out here as well. We have a comment here from Mr. Bluey Bear. Bring it, Death Cabal. We're ready. The market has decided to put the pressure on him, right? So this is interesting information I have here for you. So in the last bear market, in 2022, right, Michael Saylor went 45% offside. So his average price was 28,000, which I'll just quickly show you. So he had an average price of 28,000. Okay. When we were here, average price 28,000, right? And then we went down to 15. So he went 45% offside. Okay. Right now he went back to break even, you know. Friends, I don't know. I feel like, man, remember, do you guys remember I was making my videos 6 to 12 months ago? I've been telling you the whole time. I don't feel nervous with Michael Saylor's average price at 76,000. I don't feel nervous. I will feel nervous when it's above 100. Okay. I know he did a lot of Trump leverage and stuff out here, but he stopped the excessive buying in 2025 as much. You know, it was all in the Trump mania. So, maybe we do get that one day. His average price gets above 100K, and yeah, it's going to be different. Right now, he's break even, so it's not that bad. So there's more information there for you, just covering that topic. And by the way, some of you just need some more information clarification. Michael Saylor doesn't get liquidated at 50K or 40K or 30K. Okay, to actually liquidate him, I think it's got to go down to $3,600 Bitcoin. I think around $3,600. They have, and all they've got to do is cover the dividend payments. And also, if it goes down there, it has to stay there for like 5 years if you want him to start taking losses on his tranches. Okay. The universe is healing. Jim Cramer was bullish on the open today and called for Bitcoin to go to 82. Immediately after, Bitcoin dropped 3,000. The Oracle is back. So this is me making that picture, just showing you that picture in that chart here. The inverse Oracle is back. Turbo long, pegged. The bro is never losing his title. He's undefeated. This MFer has to be from another realm. So I don't know, man. He's beating Nancy Pelosi, who's insider trading. So the inverse Jim Cramer, he's actually beating Nancy Pelosi. And he's rank 1. Man, it's wild. More updates for you, friends. Like Richard Hart did a diehard post reference. Only when price goes down enough do people actually support their bags with posting effort. Good to see. Okay, Die Hard. Remember Die Hard, D-A-I Hard. Die Hard is Richard Hart's favorite Christmas movie. Yes, it's a reference to PulseChain, PMI, because of the stablecoin supercycle narrative. Is anything going to happen with it? We don't know. Unfortunately as well, yeah, PulseChain hitting new lows. We'll be doing more monthly updates here for you. Everything getting destroyed out here. If you put on a monthly chart, yeah, it just looks like horrible. Maybe I don't know, man. Maybe we need a whole year to go sideways and recover. It's kind of sad as well. We need to do a 28x. We just get back to the May 2023 launch area, which is sad. Look at this, friends. Everyone's saying crypto is dead. More yummy updates. Crypto is dead, according to this female tennis player. Retail sold altcoins to buy silver. Fade them, and we'll revisit in 10 years when we finally get break even. So this is this girl, Stassi. Crypto is dead. Entertainment is dead. Music is dead. The world you know it is dead. Bluey Bear, dips equals buying opportunity. Well done. So this girl, of course, as a tennis player, you can tell she loves playing with balls. And when we see normies, right, who, you know, she spends half a day tanning and, like, you know, sipping on cocktails and checking Instagram and, you know what I mean, and brain rotting TikTok to see, you know, where's she going to get her lips done next, you know, because the other place, maybe they use too much injections and stuff. You know what I mean? That's what occupies her mind all day. So when she comes out and says, oh, crypto's dead, it's like your signal, your retailer signal. You know, friends, you and I, we're normie retailers in many other aspects of life. Like, there's many sports you got no idea about. You know, like let's say that there's a sport you don't race. Like maybe a lot of you, maybe you're aware of F1, for example. So maybe if there's like an F1 champion, they'll only hear about, like, normies will only hear about whoever wins the race on TV, whereas you know all about them. You know, it's the same thing with markets and everything else out here. So, you know, with that business ISM moving along, does crypto eventually recover? And does the price action end up doing well? We hope so. But yeah, we are moving into Year of the Horsey, friends. So I've got my unicorn, Year of the Unicorn. It is going to be February 17th. We're witnessing the final snake bites. We're going to make it. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.